Possession up ahead. Viera trying to turn a fast break. McMenemy-Hoang gets to the ball first. What a move. Left-footed kick. Backside shot. Goal. Viera. From here down the side. Steps back. McMenemy-Hoang takes a shot for the top of the box. It goes. And it's a goal for Viera. Eva McMenemy-Hoang from the top of the box. And there it is, full time. And that's 4 wins in a row for Viera over the Melbourne Bulldogs as they take the series lead 15-14 and hand the Bulldogs their first loss of the 2024 season. Hello everyone, I'm Jackson Robb here for the Brevard Sports Network with our ubrZati player of the game for the Viera Hawks and a win over Melbourne, Eva McMenemy-Hoang. You had a goal and an assist tonight, big win for you guys. Talk about what it means and what it feels like to pick up a win here against your rivals.
It's really good. Obviously, it being a rival makes it even more exciting, but any win is obviously super exciting.
Yeah, this one came tight down the end. 1-0 lead early, then 2, and then it was 2-1 at final. Talk about how your team played tonight and how you guys were able to pick up the win.
I think we played really good together, and we had a game plan that I think we followed really well. And on the first goal, Peyton obviously really good, just being there and following the shot, which we've been needing to work on and stuff. And I don't know, I just think we were very organized in how we wanted to play.
Yeah, and 1 goal and 1 assist for you tonight. Talk about your performance in this one and how you were able to put the ball in the back of the net late in that one.
I was really just focusing on getting my shot off faster this game, and I think definitely it worked.
Yeah, and Melbourne putting some pressure on late with that goal. What did you guys as a team, or what did you specifically do to kind of stay locked in there and stay focused on keeping that lead up ahead by 1?
I mean, knowing we were up, I was just really focusing on keeping the win, and it would be great if it was 3-1, 4-1, anything, but really it was just important that we kept the win.
Yeah, absolutely. And for you personally, in your sophomore season, hot start for you. This I believe, your 5th goal of the season. And just talk about how it started this and what's your goal for the rest of the sophomore season for you?
Well, my goal is honestly just I want to get to the States again. So, that's really the goal, just get far again.
You guys your team played great top to bottom, and for you offensively, and you play both ways, but talk about what your defense did tonight to help set you up with those opportunities offensively.
Our defense, I'm pretty sure both times in transition, it was the defense, getting the ball up there. So, yeah, just getting the ball, whether it's a long ball, whether it's building, anything really.
Yeah, it's a tight one late there, and, there's a lot of energy in a game like that. And talk about how you're able to stay calm and collected. And, a rivalry game that gets physical, gets tight at the end. But, at the end, you guys came out strong and stayed disciplined there late.
I would just say stay, connected and don't get, mad at each other and stuff. And I just think that was the most important thing to help us stay organized again.
Yeah, it's early in the season, but you guys with an impressive record to start this season. And this is a good win you pick up against Melbourne. What do you think you guys are doing best as a team right now that's making you so dangerous?
Honestly, I think just, never giving up in our games is what's letting us keep going. Because, even with the goal, we could have gave up and let them get another, but we just stayed in the game.
And final question here, coming off of tonight, what's the number one thing you think you guys can improve on in practice going forward to get even stronger?
I think improving on, our 50-50 balls and in the aerial balls and stuff, especially, through the middle.
And that's our ubrZati player of the game tonight, Eva McMenemy-Hoang, as the Viera Hawks pick up a big 2-1 win over district opponent Melbourne here on the road early on in the season to advance to 7-0-1 for our player of the game, Eva McMenemy-Hoang. I'm Jackson Robb for the Brevard Sports Network. Hello, everyone. I'm Jackson Robb here for the Brevard Sports Network with your winning coaches tonight for the Viera girls soccer team. And this one was a good one for you guys tonight, 2-1 over a solid district opponent in Melbourne. And first for you, Coach Dixon, talk about what it means to pick up a district win like this early in the season and against a rival school.
Yeah, it's huge. We look at the rankings before the game, and we're both really high. They were slightly above us. I would hope that this would jump us above them, but there's still a long season to go. I think we'll probably see them another 35 times before the season's over. So it's a good win, but obviously a long way to go.
And Coach, this one was a back and forth game early on. You guys had the lead. Melbourne put some pressure on late. Talk about how your girls were able to get it done tonight in a close game.
Yeah, for the most part, I thought they managed the game well. I think in the last interview I even mentioned, that's going to be key for us is, from the last water break, about the last 20 minutes or so, when we're having the lead, how we manage it, playing high percentage football, playing in their half, not giving away set pieces, things of that nature. Those are the key areas that we need to continue to improve on and that, help us secure the win.
Yeah, and coach, for you guys, you had a break before this game, a little bit of time off. What did you guys gather during that time off in practice, and how'd that help you get prepared for this one?
Yeah, to be honest, it's even worse than that. I mean, we had a break, but a lot of the girls went to a showcase tournament in Raleigh, North Carolina. So they didn't have a break. They actually had like 3 games in 3 days. So it's managing that fatigue. It's managing the fact that some of them were not at practice. You know, Kendall, our goalkeeper, has an ECNL showcase as well. That's why she wasn't playing today. So to manage without her, to manage that fatigue that they would have had going through that tournament, was a massive credit to them. We're also missing Katarina Thomas, a starting midfielder for us. So knowing all that, we changed our shape a little bit. We thought they'd come out in a certain way, which they did. And our shape really worked for us with the players that were missing and the actual game itself. So really proud of the girls. I thought they were fantastic.
And you talk about missing your keeper tonight to follow up. You know, talk about your sophomore keeper and how she played tonight, holding, a clean sheet all the way towards, the 65th minute at that point.
Yeah, really good. We know she's capable, so we were confident in putting her in. Obviously, we'd love to have Kendall. I think anybody would. But Cassie's come in and had a really, really good game for us. And to be honest, we expected it because she's a very, very good goalkeeper.
Yeah, and coach, second half water break comes up. You guys were ahead by 2-0 at that point. But what did you guys tell the players to keep them locked in this game and help them get down the stretch and win this one?
Yeah, it's like I said. It's the key areas. Just on us understanding. How we want to manage the game. I felt like in the last bit we were struggling to start playing in their half. And when that happens, emotions start to get high. It's just in those moments that we have to keep our heads and stick to the game plan. Cal and I are very intentional with how we ask them to play and in certain key moments. So, as the season progresses, I think they're going to continue to mature. And this was a good test for them, a good taste for them, because I just said to them, and the breakdown, that the margins of error are going to continue to get smaller and smaller. And, we're going to have to continue to play in these moments. We're not going to be in, 4-0, 5-0 games a lot. All these games are going to be competitive. So it's very important that as we progress, we continue to learn how to manage games when we're winning. That's going to be huge.
Yeah, and coach, talk about your defense there late in the game. Melbourne had some chances late to try and tie this one up. Your defense continuously kept that ball out of play and, out of Melbourne's opportunity to score. So talk about your defense late and how they were able to help seal this one.
Yeah, we've been great all season. I mean, I don't know the exact number of goals conceded, but it's very low. And Kendall's a part of that, but the back four is a part of that. And when we talk about defense, whenever we're talking about defense, it starts from the front as well. It's not just our back four. It's not just our goalkeeper. Caroline, as a forward, put in a shift today. Peyton, they were running, man. I mean, every one of our girls works exceptionally hard from front to back to goalkeeper. And that's why we were able to defend the lead that we had and why we haven't conceded many goals this season.
Yeah, and on top of that, you have a younger team this year, but honestly still a very impressive start. And talk about what it's been like with this team and how they've come together through these last 8 games.
Yeah, they faced a lot of adversity really early. The injured, broken leg, ACL, missing 2 players today. They just keep impressing me in the way that they're dealing with it. And as Vince said, they're going to mature even more. They've already matured from day one to now. And if they keep going on the path, then it can only be good for us. Really proud.
Yeah, and coach, talk about your team that you think is doing best right now and is helping them win these close games.
Oh, there's a lot of things. I mean, I think we're so dangerous in transition. It's like Hal said, we have forwards that can just break a back line open, with their pace, being able to go 1v1. Eva, that you guys spoke to, she's very creative, very crafty player, loves to get on the ball, get people involved. We have pace out wide. So we're very dangerous going forward in transition. I think the next step for us is when we're in the opponent's half, getting our midfield more involved to play through the opponent. I think that's going to take us to another level, which, again, like I said, having a young team, but I think we're going to continue to mature. And if we do those things, it's going to make us even more dynamic. And not to mention, I mean, with our back line, the size of our center backs, but, they're very good defenders, willing defenders, with Riley and Avery. Did an amazing job tonight as well. So I think we're all around solid team everywhere, pieces. And we also have depth coming off of the bench as well. So.
Yeah, and Coach Dixon, final question here. If there's one thing that you think you guys can work on to get even better at this point in the season, what do you think that is, and how you're going to get better?
I think Vince just said it. Continue to work on our lines. We know how to work in transition. When we win the ball, we've got pacey forwards that we can go in. Different system today, so we played a little differently, but we can still get in behind when we're playing three up there. We know how to do that, but like you said, managing the game in terms of keeping possession more in our midfield line, being able to play at the back instead of going long on goal kicks and maybe losing those. I mean, that cost us the goal, in our opinion today, is that we didn't win that first ball on the goal kick. If we can build out in that moment, then we don't have to win that first ball. So, yeah, I think keeping possession between the lines and then, continuing to be really good in transition is what's going to help us.
Thank you, guys, and congratulations tonight as the Viera Hawks pick up a big win, 2-1 over a district rival in the Melbourne Bulldogs tonight to make that 4 in a row against the Bulldogs and take the overall series lead. For Coach Dixon and Coach Vince, I'm Jackson Robb for the Brevard Sports Network.